Hello my friends all over the world, wherever you are. Tonight I'm going to make a very small batch of citrus juice. I have about 10 peeled citruses here, and most of it is mandarin orange. Let's take a closer look at this, and I'm going to peel this last citrus. I'll peel this last one. I've already peeled everything except for this last one, just to show you what I'm doing. Now normally, even though these are organic produce, I peel it because dirt gets on, and I don't know how the dirt gets up in those trees, but it does. The first thing I'm going to do is, on the edge of the counter, crack the ice on these cloths that have been in the freezer. Now I have two separate cloths here for citrus, and for each kind of fruit, pomegranate, apple, or whatever, I have separate cloths packaged in the freezer. So the first thing I'll do is unpackage these, unfold them, and then I'm going to line them with a bamboo liner and show you how I make citrus juice. Now the first thing I'm going to do is line the cloth with the bamboo liner. The bamboo liner prevents the pulp from sticking to the cloth. So since these are small citrus, I'll put 4 or 5 in the center. Now I've got 2 oranges, 4 or 5 mandarin oranges, and 1 pink grapefruit. So I'm going to make a citrus juice blend. So there's one cloth ready. And since my oranges are big, I'm going to put 1 orange in the cloth and press it with this combination. And we'll put that right in the center, fold the cloth over that, push it down a little bit. Now I don't think we can get both of these in there, but let's give it, if I push that down, I might be able to. Now, as you can see, if you squish down the citrus, you can get 2 of them in here. Make sure it's on the press plate properly, centered front to back, adjust if need be, centered left to right, all the way back, back it off a little bit. And once it's flowing, advance it all the way. Now there we go, we'll package 2 more cloths full of citrus. Now whenever you do citrus, you do not shred the produce. You just do as I'm doing here and just use the press. The same goes for pomegranate and a few other fruits. So we'll put another orange in here. Fold it over. And as before, once we have this packaged, we'll turn it upside down and flatten it. That way we can get 2 cloths in there at one time. So again, I'll remind you, you do not throw away your pulp until the very, very end. That way you can reuse these bamboo liners 3 or 4 times, or until you're done with your juicing process. So we'll put 4 more fruits in here, a very small batch of citrus this time. Fold the bamboo over, and then fold the cloth over the bamboo liners. As tight a package as you can make. And let's see if we can press 2 cloths full again. I think we can, even though it's going to be a tight fit. Centered on the press plate properly, centered front to back, left to right, all the way back, back it off a little. And as soon as you get juice flow, advance that all the way. Now I'm going to wait until we have droplets. There we go, droplets. Now I'm going to repackage this and show you how we can get 10% more juice. Now what I'm going to do is repackage this spent pulp into a very, very tight package. Here we have 24 ounces of juice, and I'm going to use a measuring beaker to show how much more juice we can get after we repackaged it. So let's take this out bamboo liner and all, roll it into a tight ball, as tight as possible, and then we'll fold the bamboo over it, but I'm going to fold the cloth under, like so, 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 times, as many times as I can. And I'll do that to both cloths. Nice tight package. Turn it upside down, flatten it. Do this. And next we'll put this into the press. Right in the center, centered left to right, centered front to back. Make any adjustments you need to. It needs to be very, very centered. All the way back, back it off a little bit and turn on the machine. Now the juice we're getting from this last press is very, very concentrated. It has the best nutrients and the most valuable nutrients, and it has a consistency almost like syrup. So there we have 2.5, a little more than 2.5 ounces, so that's more than 10%. So let's pour this in and pour it into bottles. Now before I fold these cloths, I'm going to give you a little tip, especially with sticky juice like citrus. You want to clean the tray with the cloth. You could use a sponge, I use the cloth, and especially around the edges. So my next step is going to be to fold the cloths just as they came in the package, press the water on, and put them in the freezer. The reason we put them in the freezer is we don't want germs and airborne contaminants to make the cloth unsanitary. Now I'll press the water out of the cloths and then put them in a plastic bag and into the freezer. Yeah, that's about enough. There's only 2 cloths. And we'll put them in the plastic bag and then put them in the freezer. Now as you can see, I have 1.5 bottles of citrus juice, and I know it's very concentrated, enough for a taste test. What I'm going to do is mix this 50% with water, and I'm also going to mix this with 50% water. But first I'm going to do a taste test with full strength orange blend juice. Now as I said, I'll do a taste test full strength. Oh, it's delicious, but for me way too concentrated. So I'm going to mix this with 50% water and do another taste test. Now 50% with water. 50% water, 50% juice blend. For me, this is much more tasty. Adjust it to your own taste. You might only put 25% water in, 30% water. For me, 50% is the ticket. Well, I hope you like what you've seen, my friends, and if you do, please tell a friend. If you'd like to contact me, either to buy a juicer or parts or get advice, give me a phone call at 760-753-0321 or send me an email at developtrust@cox.net, and to look at my webpage, it's wholehealthfound.com. See you in the next video. Now I'm going to mix this 50% with water because I don't want to drink 100% juice. Now into the refrigerator they will go.